So within our iPhones, we have one of the best capabilities ever, which is AirDrop, and it basically allows us to send and receive files wirelessly. So I wanted to kind of hit on some of my favorite tricks and tips within AirDrop. It's super basic, nothing like super insane. Some of them you already know. You will probably have to have iOS 17 to basically utilize a lot of these features. Now, the first thing is if you actually want to AirDrop files in general, you can quickly toggle on or off AirDrop literally within your control center. So swipe into your control center, hold down on the top left toggle, and you'll see that you have the capability of editing up your AirDrop settings right within the bottom left. So if you want, you can tap onto AirDrop right here, and you can quickly turn receiving off. You can turn it into contacts only, or you can basically have everyone for 10 minutes. You used to be able to have AirDrop on all the time. They've now basically removed that, so we don't have the capability of doing that anymore. But you can still kind of edit things up just within this specific panel, which is actually very cool. Now, another thing within AirDrop is the actual settings that we have the capability of changing within our settings application. So what we can do is we can make our way over to our settings application, swipe down until you see our general setting, which is right here. And then what we can do is we can tap onto AirDrop, which is right here. So once you get into AirDrop, you'll see kind of some similar settings that you've seen before, but there are two new options within iOS 17 I would recommend everyone to either toggle on or toggle off, depending on how you actually want to go ahead and utilize your phone. So this first thing right here is basically bringing devices together. Now this particular option will basically allow you to basically do a lot of things by bringing two devices or two different iPhones together. So within this, it says easily swap numbers with name drop, share photos, and move a lot of other information, a lot of files by bringing your devices together. So if you enable this, what will end up happening is if I go ahead and bring my other iPhone together, now this iPhone is not on iOS 17, but if I were to go and bring my two iPhones together much like this, they will start to actually transfer files, or they can start transferring contact information literally by going like this, which is pretty insane. You may have seen a couple people, I've demonstrated this on my second channel and this main channel so many times, but that is a very cool feature that maybe some people still don't know about. Now, another amazing trick within AirDrop is the capability of basically now transferring information and transferring files via cellular data. So now the secondary option right at the very bottom right here is if you kind of take a closer look, you can see it tells us basically this use cellular data option with this toggle on and toggle off. So right here, it says continue to send and receive content without Wi-Fi when it's basically Wi-Fi is not available, literally within cell data. So that is something that's very cool. Now, I wouldn't recommend everyone to do this if you're having very large files and you have a restricted cell plan. So if you're running out of data, I probably would not recommend leaving this on. But if you're transferring files and you get it without, if you're outside of range within the people, you'll still be able to transfer files using your cellular data, which I think is a very, very cool feature to basically have. So that's another very awesome thing going on here. Now, let's say you're somebody who has a lot of issues within AirDrop. Let's say you're constantly running into problems with AirDrop and they're just not working. One of the things I've always been able to do is whether my AirDrop on my Mac is not working or my iPhone AirDrop's not working, whatever the case is, I will pretty much always restart my phone, and that most of the time will end up fixing the problem. So those are basically the main tricks. If you restart your device though, this is more of a troubleshooting thing. Every AirDrop issue I've ever had has been fixed by restarting my device. So if I'm going through and if I'm transferring a file from one person to the other, or if I'm going through and transferring large photos or whatever, and let's say I click on the person's name when I'm AirDropping, but they're just not sending, the main thing, like I said before, and the main way I've been able to fix that is by restarting the device. So by clicking on AirDrop right here, and then essentially, you can see right here if this file is not transferring or whatever, and basically I will go through, restart my device, and the majority of the time that will probably end up fixing itself in the first place. Now, if that's still not working, most of the time restarting your phone should end up fixing it, but there's also lots of updates that happen within AirDrop. So another thing I'd recommend doing is going through within your settings application, clicking on General, clicking on Software Update, and quite literally just updating your phone and keeping your phone up to date will probably end up fixing a lot of those AirDrop issues that you may end up having. So there's also lots of features Apple brings in with most iOS updates. So you should be able to update your phone and kind of get some better improvements from that specific standpoint. So that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, till then.